This is Scott with the Gatsby. Entertainment Austin starts right now.
All right, Lola.
You ready for the
Yeah,
stardom?
they hit me with your hardest stuff.
So tell us, what was your favorite part about shooting in Austin?
Swift's attic on Congress. Can I just say that was my favorite part?
Hey y'all, it's Lola Laymon. I'm outside of Swift's attic here in downtown Austin. We're gonna go inside and speak to the one and only CK Chin. All right, so we're inside Swift's attic here with one of my favorite people in the city, CK Chin.
Hey Lola.
Hey CK, what's going on?
Oh, you know, surviving South by.
Tell me a little bit about that. We swung by here and you had Shop Style, or who was in here that was hosting a really cool party?
Shop Style did a great job with it, and we did a couple movie premiere parties and a number of different music venue type things, and it was great to be able to separate us from our normal kind of day to day.
Absolutely, and I follow your Instagram obviously, and it looked like some of the most amazing celebrities came through here. Who are some of your favorites?
We were blessed this year with them coming through. It's always great to have them through. Raekwon the Chef from the Wu-Tang Clan was a big deal for me. I'm a hip-hop head from way back when, and so to see him here is incredible. John Cusack, Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys, Sally Field, the guys, all the Entourage cast came through and had dinner, which is amazing to see.
Well, we got a chance to speak to Patricia Arquette at the Texas Film Awards. Check out this segment, y'all.
Hey, for what it's worth, it's hair and it will grow back. Now I can see your pretty eyes and your foxy face.
Why'd you even marry him? Such a jerk.
Well, Bill has his good qualities. You know, nobody's perfect. And now we have a family.
You already had a family.
I am with Patricia Arquette. Congratulations on an amazing award season and being awarded tonight. And that speech, everyone keeps asking you about that. Where did that come from? An organic place, or had it been on your mind? And what a beautiful platform to do it.
Well, I definitely saw the impact that my mom experienced, struggling with economics as a woman. And I really looked at this character that I was winning an award for, a single mom who had to keep changing her kids' schools and put herself through school while providing for them and doing homework at night and their homework and getting them to school in the morning. And I thought, how different would this woman's life have been if she'd made 28 to 66 cents more to the dollar, and it would be very different.
What would you say to a woman here in a secondary market in Austin trying to have successes and getting that pushback that they often feel in a bigger market like LA?
I don't know. I don't even know. The entertainment business has changed so drastically since I first broke in. There were so many smaller agencies, and there was so much more work for all different people. When they started making so many $150 million movies, it really started to strangle things out. I think there's going to be a new renaissance because there's so many channels and there's nothing on them that eventually we're going to have to start making more content. So I'm hoping that'll be a part of it. But I don't know. I wish I knew any good advice about really how to break in, but you're here. You're beautiful. You're doing this. It's happening.
Well, thank you so much and congratulations. You inspire me and so many women.
Thank you.
Welcome back, guys. CK, your cocktails are just as unique as your food. Tell me about I don't want to mess up the names, but they had the glass.
The ice ball cocktail.
Ice ball, ice cream.
Jeff, my bar manager here, he's doing some amazing things. His bars, him and his staff are coming up with some unique things. The thing that we really kind of been focusing on are what we call ice ball cocktails. And so what we do is we kind of deconstruct a cocktail. The first one started as an old fashioned, we call it the ice ball oldie, which is So we take all the ingredients of an old fashioned and freeze it into this giant ice ball. And then what you do is we'll take that and then we pour the rye over top of it. And as the ice starts to melt, those ingredients start to kind of seep into the drink. And so the drink is constantly changing, getting sweeter, getting boozier in the beginning, a little bit sweeter at the end, and just this kind of ever evolving cocktail. And then we've kind of taken that and just ran with it. So, you know, we have a lot of different ones. We have one that's a strawberry based that we pour tequila over, and then there's one that's a gin base that has sage and herbs and everything. And so it's so much fun, and it allows a kind of progressive cocktail experience, and that's kind of what we're pushing. Yeah.
And that's so unique. How do you guys keep pushing the envelope with cocktails?
That's the hardest part. I think it takes somebody who really loves the kind of artisan aspect of it. You know, we're getting such good local booze here. You know, Deep Eddy, Dulce Vida. These guys really have a great support structure set for us to allow us to kind of take their product and run with it, and I think that's unique. It's just like our food. You know, when you have good ingredients, it inspires you to make better food, and so when you have good ingredients for cocktails, it really allows us to make really great cocktails. So.
Wonderful. Well, we checked out Dulce Vida during South by. Check out this segment.
All right, y'all, I am with Randall Metting. Tell us what's going on today at Randall.
So this is our third annual barreled event here at Dulce Vida World Headquarters. We started this celebration of local brands, including our organic tequila, right at 3 years ago. Wanted to do a celebration of all things local. So we bring in brands and partners like Garrison Brothers Bourbon, Dulce Vida Tequila, Twisted Eggs Beers, Deep Eddy Vodka, local food trucks like Walk and Roll, Dock and Roll Diner, ALC Steaks, and our fine folks over at Garbo's Lobster Truck. And it's a celebration of great music, great food, and great drink. And this is year 3, right here on St. Patrick's Day in Austin, Texas.
And you're benefiting ham, is that correct?
The great thing, great question, all of this does benefit ham. We looped in with ham a couple years back from a couple other projects I was working on with ham. We try to give back as much as we can to the local community. Happy South by, it's here once again.
Right, and I mean, check out that rainbow and your green. It's such a great vibe today.
It's got a great feel, a little bit of mist and rain, but we got some great spirits, and the Leroy brothers on stage right now, Austin legends. Great time. We're so happy everybody came out and continues to flow in for the night.
Well, it's going to be a great night. Thanks so much for having us.
Thanks so much for being here.
The best riders in the world return to Austin for the Red Bull Grand Prix of the Americas, April 10th through the 12th.
Oh, he's gonna be coming!
General admission tickets start at $39.
Unbelievable!
And don't miss Cheap Trick performing live. Get your tickets now at circuitoftheamericas.com.
Blue Party ATX. Join us on Saturday, April 11th for the Blue at Speakeasy Party in celebration of the MotoGP. Get tickets and tables at bluepartyatx.com.
So I had some amazing chicken and waffles, but I think my favorite thing more than anything is the name. Tell the viewers the name of this dish.
Okay, so what we do is we take chicken and we circulate it with pickle juice and Dickel whiskey. Okay, so we call it, and we just messed around, and you'll see our menu is goofy, and we call it the chicken and the Dickel and pickle chickle wiffle. Because
it makes me laugh so much. It's amazing, but all of your food has amazing names.
Yeah, one of the things that we do here, we don't try to take ourselves too seriously, and we take the food seriously, but we don't take ourselves seriously at all.
Right.
And we want to bring that goofiness back and that whimsicalness, and so it's important for us, especially in our brunch. Brunch is Sunday morning, mimosas, everyone's day drinking. I mean, it's the way that you're supposed to have some fun with it.
Light and fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, speaking of breakfast, check out this 30th anniversary premiere of The Breakfast Club.
Hey y'all, I'm outside of the Paramount Theater here in downtown Austin for a special screening celebrating the 30th anniversary of The Breakfast Club.
Well, it sort of seems like it's really never gone away. I think it's sort of firmly entrenched in sort of movie classic history. Molly and I are both really happy about the whole thing. I mean, it's really nice that people love the movie, and it's kind of wonderful, actually.
It's in 6 theaters in Austin right now, and May 26th and 31st, it's going to be all around the country. The combination of the Blu-ray and being in theaters will just revive all the love that everybody has for the Breakfast Club.
I think it's a really universal message. It's really about outsiders and people feeling like they don't belong, and I think it's something that really resonates a lot with just about everybody.
South by Southwest, please show your love and appreciation for Ms. Ali Sheedy! Who is the best natural dancer in the dance sequence?
No, you were the only good dancer. You know, actually, in the original, I had a move, and I stuck with it. The original script that I read, the one thing that my character was supposed to be able to do was to dance. And I pleaded with John, and I said, please do not make me do this interpretive dance that I was supposed to do. And so he very kindly brought everyone in, and that's how we ended up with a big 80s dance sequence.
Track your vehicles and equipment anytime, anywhere with GPS of Texas. Whether you're a business owner with service or delivery trucks or a concerned parent with a teenage driver, GPS of Texas can help. Choosing GPS of Texas will improve employee productivity, save you money on your fuel bills, show proof of work, and add theft prevention. Let us show you why we are the #1 provider of tracking systems in South Texas. Experience superior service and local support. 587-7634. Keep your people on course at GPS of Texas. Log on to gpsoftexas.com for more information.
Welcome back, guys. CK, talk to us a little bit about your experience on Best New Restaurant on Bravo.
Man, it was amazing. It was my first foray into the reality TV world. I have way more respect for reality TV people from now on. Having a camera following you 24 hours a day is a pretty extensive process. And it's crazy that they took how many hours of footage and then narrowed it down. It was amazing to work with Tom Colicchio, who's a legend in the game. For him to give us pointers and tell us what we're doing well and what he enjoyed about Swifts was such a huge thing for us. And and Bravo has such a reaching, far-reaching audience that we loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was so great. Cooking on camera, a little bit different.
How was that?
A chef loved it, but again, it's just one of those things. I think that he kind of is cooking, and you're used to kind of taking sharp turns and taking quick things and not talking, thinking you're mic'd. So cooking on camera is a little bit different, but I think he did well.
But it was good thinking on your feet. And
Oh yeah. And again, we do that every day. It just really the hardest part was forgetting that somebody was filming it.
Absolutely. Well, continuing with food, here's celebrity chef Robert Fleming showing you how to make some hollandaise sauce.
Hey, welcome to the Kitchens of American Breakfast, and today we're going to teach you to make a classic sauce that maybe can be a little intimidating to you, but it shouldn't be, because we're going to use our trusty blender today to make hollandaise sauce. Now, you might be thinking, hollandaise sauce, that's something they make in those fancy restaurants. Well, yeah, they do. And up until a couple of years ago, it was pretty difficult to make because it required a lot of whisking and a lot of whipping over a bowl of hot water. But some fella, a number of years back, it certainly wasn't me, figured out how to do it in the blender. And it makes it much easier, and you can do it, and you can use it for breakfast, for lunch, for snacks, for dips, for everything you would want to use it for. So why don't we get started? Okay, so the first thing you've got to do when you're going to make hollandaise is you've got to crack some eggs, and you have to separate the egg yolks from the egg whites. Now, there's a number of different ways to do that. You can crack them into a bowl, just like I've done here, and you can fish them out with a slotted spoon. And you can see the egg separates. It takes a little bit, and it's not as easy as one would think. But there's an even easier way that I like to do it. It's really simple. We just crack that egg, and then we just open up one half, and you see how that egg white just rolls off, and you just do it to the other side and tilt it a little, and now you have the perfect egg yolk. So we've got our eggs, and we've got them all broken. I've already separated them into the bowl, and we're going to take our handy blender here, and you may have seen this particular brand of blender in the big box stores, and it's a darn good one. The best thing is if you have one that has a variable speed. We don't want to go too high, nor do we want to go too low. So I'm going to put my egg yolks right here into the blender cup. And to that, I'm going to add about an ounce of lemon juice, just a little pinch of cayenne pepper, a little bit more for a kick, And we're going to put some sea salt in there. Now, I like to use sea salt or kosher salt because, as we talked about before, it does not have iodine. And while we all need iodine in our diet, sometimes it can interfere with the food we're cooking, and we probably get enough of it from the table salt that we use. So we've got our salt in, and then I'm just going to add about an ounce of cool water. Because the egg yolks emulsify very quickly, I want to keep them at a certain consistency that makes it easier to spoon or pour the sauce. So we've got all that now in the blender. We're going to take and put it on a medium speed. And I think we'll move that up a little bit. And that's just about dead medium, and we're going to let this blend for about 3 minutes. Okay, so we've let this blend for about 3 minutes to help emulsify the egg yolks. That's to thicken them up a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to add our melted butter now. We're going to use 24 ounces of melted butter. I know it seems like a lot, but it really makes for a great sauce. And it's important that the butter be between 150 and 180 degrees so that it will thicken the sauce properly. You're going to add it in a very slow stream, a little bit at a time, which will allow the sauce to incorporate it and thicken. As the sauce gets thicker and it goes along, you can add it a little bit faster. And we're now starting to see our sauce thicken up. We're going to add just the rest of our butter to it. And as it's thickened now, I'm going to add just a shake more water. And we'll turn our speed up just to complete the blending. Now, just before it's done, I like to give it a little extra shot of hot sauce. If you don't like that, you can take that out. Or you can add other flavors into it. This would be a great time to add a little basil to it, maybe a little tarragon to make béarnaise sauce, or a little sun-dried tomato to make a sun-dried tomato hollandaise. It's a very versatile sauce. You can do a whole lot with it. We'll give ourselves one more little shot. And it's all done. It's as simple as that. Okay, so now it's all done. It's all ready to go and to be served. And look at this wonderful consistency. That, my friends, is hollandaise sauce, and it's so easy to make.
Welcome back, guys. So you had amazing stuff going on here at Swift's, but I also know that you did some amazing things out on the streets here during South by.
Yeah, there's always amazing things during South by. You got to stay flexible because you don't know what's going on. We saw Just Blaze battle Manny Fresh and DJ Toom from T.I.'s camp. They had a catalog battle with their DJing. It's amazing. I saw obviously the Wu-Tang Clan perform with Ghostface and Capadonna, who was, I mean, that's a legend to watch. Incubus was in town.
Crazy.
You know, they came and played, and they have a new album coming out, and so they're coming and promoting that. It really is incredible to see, you know, the kind of people that go in these venues that are like tiny venues, and they're able to have these acts that are just, that normally would sell out auditoriums, you know? And that's just what kind of South by is really crazy. Any corner you turn, it's just something amazing.
Would you say the music for sure is your favorite portion of South by?
You know, it really, it's hard for me to gauge. You know, this year during Interactive, Malcolm Gladwell was a keynote speaker. Snoop was a keynote speaker.
And that really sets Austin apart because it's a smaller city, right? But it draws so many people in from everywhere.
And that's why people are moving here in droves. So, you know, and, you know, I think it's great, and I love it. I love being a part of it.
Wonderful. We got to talk with Sinbad and his daughter, Paige Bryant, at the Chuggin' Monkey during South by. Check this out.
Hey y'all, it's Lola. I'm outside of Chugging Monkey for day 4 of South by Southwest. We're gonna go inside and see if we can make some friends. I am with Sinbad. Tell us what you're doing today in Austin.
Hanging out with my daughter here at South by Southwest. You know, I'm proud of her, man. She had a good show, 2 good shows. She a TV show at Fox 7, and tonight here at the Chuggin' Monkey. Love it. It was off the hook.
And it was really great, and I felt her energy, her vibe. Would you take a little bit of credit for her influencing her musical taste there?
I don't want to mess her up. You know what? She was always around music from the time she was a little girl, so she's always listening to music. She was always singing. So I mean, this was just she'd sing. Actually, did everything. But this thing is her. This is what she loves the most.
Awesome. Well, let's bring her in. Let's bring her in. Hello, beautiful lady. This is Paige, Bryant, y'all. Oh my goodness, you rock the house. Tell us,
thank you.
Is this your first time here in Austin?
No, I actually was here last year for South by Southwest and loved it. So now we're trying to make it a thing where I can come back every year.
I loved it. Tell us a little bit about London Bridges. I really like that song.
Oh, thank you. No, it's actually just one of those kind of songs of the heart. I got out of a really long relationship and wasn't even really anticipating doing it for a record. I just needed to purge. And so that's what came out. I needed to purge. Therapy. I didn't want to slash any tires, so I wrote a song.
And music is a really great way for people to just kind of connect, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But you say with no music, there's no life?
Yeah, no music, no life. Yeah. That's kind of, I just feel that music is really special in the sense of you can take anybody from any walk of life and put a song on or put an album on and they're instantly connected and instantly bonded. So I just feel lucky that I get to do that. So.
What's the process like when you go through something to paper to singing it? What's that like? What's that like?
You know, it's actually really cool. I always say my favorite, it's kind of the long process of seeing how an idea can just like start in my head that's not real. Next thing you know, it's on paper, then it's on record, and next thing you know, I'm doing it on stage. I know for me, I write a lot from my experiences or my friends' experiences. Sorry, guys.
But, we won't name names.
We won't name names, but yeah, they know who they are. So I just like to share a lot of my truths because with my music, I want to be able to hopefully inspire and encourage people. So I feel like if you can share a little bit of yourself, because at the end of the day, we're all going different circumstances, but we all go through the same things. So.
Absolutely. You must be so proud of her,
I am.
right?
You know, this is it's what I know. I feel like now, this must be how my mother and father felt. I couldn't understand when they would come to my shows, and that look my dad and so I get it now. I get it. I mean, because I feel that. That's what I feel when I watch it perform. I end up singing. I sing Silly Girl.
Do the dance.
I've been a silly girl. I've been a silly girl.
He does. I think that's to say he wants to wear a T-shirt and everything that says "I'm a silly girl."
So what's to come? What can listeners expect from your music?
Well, I have an EP coming out later this year called A Mile in Stilettos. And so a lot of the songs you heard me do tonight, thank you. And so I'm working on that, and then I'm always just working on new music and performing all the time. So if you go to my website, paigebryant.com, you can get all the information on where I am and what I'm doing. 5, 6, 7, 8. You're watching Entertainment Austin.
Austin.
I'm Lola Laymon for Entertainment Austin, where each week we bring you inside the very best of Austin's unique culture. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Entertainment Austin, everywhere you want to be.
Blue Party ATX. Join us on Saturday, April 11th for the Blue at Speakeasy Party in celebration of the MotoGP. Get tickets and tables at bluepartyatx.com.
Here's Amy Edwards with a special music segment.
Thanks, Lola. I'm Amy, and we are here on North Loop in Austin at a killer vintage store called Blue Velvet. We're going to meet up with one of the hottest, most happening bands in Austin, Texas. They've won Best Band of the Year 2 years running now from the Austin Chronicle, and their husband and wife hip-hop duo, Riders Against the Storm. I am super excited about this because not only is their music killer, but their style is insane. I absolutely love them. So let's run on inside and get to chatting and find out just how they rock their style. All right, so we're inside Blue Velvet now, and this is Key and Shaka with Riders Against the Storm. Okay, first of all, I love you guys. I love your band. Thank you so much for coming today.
No problem.
And you look so incredible. And you got this here?
I did.
Yes?
Actually, I got this here, I got this here, I got this here. I'm rocking Blue Velvet pretty hard.
This is a good choice then, for sure.
I love
it.
Blue
Sure.
Velvet.
Well, when I first met you, I didn't know who you guys were. We were at an event, and I immediately looked at you guys. You were the best dressed people there, and I was like, I don't know who they are, but I love them. And so I approached you because you had on a painted piece like this.
Yeah.
So you do a lot of this painting yourself, right?
Yeah, it just comes just out of whatever inspiration that I have, and you know, sometimes your clothes get a little old, and you just want something new. So instead of going out and getting something, I just paint on my clothes, and then people have noticed it, like yourself. And I've done customized pieces for people all over Austin, all around the world.
Well, you have to own it to make it work, and you really owned that and made me see it in a whole new way, that's what trendsetters do, and that's what you guys are. So musically and style-wise. So let's look around the store.
All
Want
right,
to?
let's do it.
I know you've got a hat picked out.
Awesome.
Is it 80s in a bad way or a good
No,
way?
it's 80s in a really good way. Even with the piece that you have on right now, I think it rocks with that.
The style is really cool, and it's affordable too. You can always find something like quick in your price range if you're trying to go out for like a formal event, or if you're trying to go out for just to be, a club or whatever, a party, So this is our spot.
Okay, well, that was really fun, and I really had a good time and found I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay and get more stuff. Yes.
I'm telling you, this is a spot.
I
This is a
know.
spot, yeah.
I love it. It's been so long since I've been in here, so thanks.
Okay.
Good choice.
No doubt.
So you guys are gonna be on HGTV, is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
April 20th.
Okay, lay it on me. What's going on?
So we're going to be featured in an episode, a series called Smart Home, and they build a home in a city every year, and they chose Austin to build their home. So we're going to be part of the episode where they premiere the city, and people have a chance to find out about the city, and they chose us to represent Austin music. So Riders Against the Storm is representing Austin music to the fullest.
Are you gonna play at the house?
Well, we performed, they recorded that, and they interviewed us, so that's going to be part of the episode.
Yeah, we also wrote several little snippets to open up each segment on the episode too. So there's a good coat of us on the episode. It's nice.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
We have no idea. We're going to be just watching it just like everybody else. We don't know what's going to be on there.
The cutting room floor, you don't know.
Yeah. So that's April 20th on HGTV.
HGTV, and you can check us out on Twitter or Facebook to find out the time for that. We're at RAS HipHop.
Cool. RAS HipHop. Good.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you guys, on everything. Thank you so much for coming out today and
Appreciate
just shooting this with us. So.
Yeah, no problem.
Awesome.
Thanks
Thanks so
for
much.
Fun. Appreciate you.
Oh, totally.
Thank you.
Totally.
All right, high five.
Oh, high five. Man. Right on.
Well, that's our show. Be sure to watch next week as we cover more of South by Southwest. And make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and download our mobile app. Besitos!
Won't you come see about me?